See, I said if I can't feel it, what happened to me? No, no magic. And then I saw you. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 and Omi Veve update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Hugs for everyone. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, for those of you that missed the video this morning and that did not see last night's, I'm going to go over a brief recap of everything you missed and the good, the bad, and the great. Right now for Earth 2, we have a couple of things as far as a bunch of major things where Earth 2 could have gone and they could have said, hey, here is this based on essence. Here's this on resources. Here's this on partnerships. Here's this on blockchain. One a week for the next several weeks. They didn't. They launched everything at once to us, basically saying they still didn't give us a timeline, but just saying that everything's coming soon. Credit cards are going to be up soon. Physical credit cards as well. You're going to have actual virtual credit cards and the physical credit cards where if you use that, you do get benefits in the Earth 2 landscape. I'm going to see if I can actually get one, not like an actual Earth 2 credit card, although I'll get one as well, but I want to see if there's a way that I can make a Chavez Topia card or Real Randy Chavez card where you guys go and you spend and you get bonuses in Chavez Topia, something like that. I haven't talked to him yet about it. I haven't even started to message him. Outside of that, they didn't even leak. They confirmed the leak that happened last week, saying, okay, we have about seven resources, which is the and many people thought last week that the picture that showed, okay, here's water and here's land. So they're getting wood, there's sand. So they thought it was water, sand, limestone, or I think like wood, gold, coal, or something like, or oil, something like that. But that's the ones that we're getting. Only some will appear in Antarctica, some will appear in Kuwait Desert, some will appear in fields of Ohio. I thought that one area of an island and the water happened to be all the resources there, but there's going to be a bunch more. There will be a bunch more resources. Right now, we're just looking at those 7. And again, if you have a tile where when we do start the essence, when we do start the resourcing, and again, they won't have any updates for that. Some things they're going to have updates for, they'll officially announce, but some things like the country drop that happened like last month or 2 months ago, they're not going to announce. They're just going to put it up, and whoever's playing the game is going to get it first. That's just the way it is, so they told us already. But if you already have a tile that is not producing any of those 7 resources, keep that tile. Keep that property, because that is something that is going to be very, very valuable in the future. I've said this before. Moving on from that, we have a couple of Vivi and Omi updates, and I'll get to the strategy in Earth 2 in a second. I didn't want to talk too long without mentioning Omi and Vivi. Vivi has had a couple of different catalysts this past couple days. The weakest one, I would say, is the Thursday drop, and not that that's weak at all, but something that happens every week, like every calendar week, every 7 days, is something that should have the least effect. Because that's something that does every week, regardless of what the price is. You're going to have Omi burned. It's going to sell out. It always sells out. And this case will be no different. You have Mera from the Aquaman world. They're all from DC. So you have Mera, you have Supergirl, you have Catwoman and Batwoman. And yeah, they look great. They look fantastic. And that's one of the catalysts that should have pushed it. And it did push it up to 0.003, like 8 at some point. That in conjunction with Ron English. Ron English, again, is a recognized real life artist, like sculpture artist, not in NFTs, but he's doing a combined operation with Veve, so that they can also get not only an NFT based on Ron English's previous work, but actual physical statues as well, which is going to be, I'm going to estimate, I think a buddy of mine estimated between 5 and 10K. That's what they'll be worth, because there's only like 100 of them that they're making. Which again, anything that is very, very mint, and you keep it in mint condition, yeah, that's going to be worth a lot, especially when there's a finite amount of something. And then the other one we have is that it's moving from the Go chain to the Ethereum blockchain. Now, that just means that that's what they're being processed on. Omi does not change. Maybe at some point you can start moving Omi. Ethereum, because it's on the Ethereum blockchain, it might get on Coinbase or Binance a lot quicker, but you're not going to have to go and buy Ethereum now. They're not using that as opposed to Omi. They're still always going to use Omi. They're just going to be on the Ethereum blockchain. But speaking of investing and all that, I did just buy Andorra, I think it was. in Earth 2, I bought, like I said, I do exactly what I say. My advice is I think it was Andorra, which are like, I don't know, 58 cents a tile, and I got it for like 40 something percent off. Got it 38 cents a tile, and not even that much, just a couple dollars worth. I do that wherever I can find cheap. If the new land is like 60 cents, then the people that are discounting it 50% off is a lot less. Wes, with that $5 super chat, saying, not financial advice, but I got a credit card with 0 interest for 15 months and have been buying all the cheap Earth 2 tiles on the market. So funny you should mention that, Wes, because what I haven't done it yet, but what I'm planning to do today, why I had to cut my stream a little early this morning was because I had 2 major Pokemon sales. One not so major. One was like $1,500. It should not be $1,500, but again, I took it at a big discount. It was a first edition Lugia PSA 8, and that's something that, in my opinion, should be $3,000. But I sold it for $1,500 because that is a whatever. I'm not even taking a hit on it. I think I got it for like 18. So yeah, I am taking a little bit of hit on it. But I am doing that because that's nothing compared to what Omi's going to do by the end of this year. And I also sold a Mario Pikachu Pokemon set. They were made in 2016, made as a crossover event for the 20th anniversary. And I got all 4 of those cards for less than $1,000 total. I sold it today for $7,500. Went right to the bank, went right to the post office, boom, got them both, or got all 5 of those cards and sold them. And I'm going to split it between, I guess I have to do 3-way splits now because Earth 2 is really coming up. Also, by the way, when I do that Patreon shout out at the end, and also down below is my referral code. Please use that when buying tiles. That means the world to me. That helps support the channel, helps me eat. Now, what I am going to do, speaking of Pokemon cards, after I split those profits between Earth 2, Bitcoin, and Omi, what I am going to start to do is I'm going to go and say, hey, I'm going to go and take, you can have what's called PayPal credit. And for PayPal credit, it's 0% interest for 6 months. What I'm going to do, or I'm going to start doing, is I'm going to buy things on that PayPal credit that are worth, I think I have up to like $8,000. So I'll put buy something that's worth $5,000. I'll max that out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get those cards. And let's say I maxed out for $8,000, sell them for discounts. So I have $6,000 on my hands, like actual that I can use. And then I'm going to use that to buy more Omi and Bitcoin and Earth 2 tiles, because again, it's 0% interest for 6 months, and after that, it's probably high. It's probably like, I don't know, like 15% interest a year, something like that. So I'll pay it off before I have to pay that large amount of interest. But honestly, though, I don't really think I need to, because the way Bitcoin, Omi, and Earth 2, the way that's going to go is going to far outpace the 15% of the the $8,000 that's there. Probably a good idea to pay it off anyway. It might hurt my credit, but anyway. So again, that's just what I plan to do. Again, keeping things open and transparent is what I'm doing now. And on top of that, much more other Pokemon cards to sell. But the Earth 2 strategy, like I'm saying, I'm buying as many other cheap tiles that I can in order to get as many resources as I can. And Antarctica, I still believe, is going to be one of the best, because it's going to have obviously fresh water and maybe another resource that you're not seeing there yet out of the Magnificent Seven. So moving on, I have talked enough. The first, Mass Murder says first. Yes. Hello, Crystal Stroud. How are you? You are second. Judah Loki is number 4. Oh, that was good. Got a protein shake in there. JP, hello. Howdy. It says hello, sunshine. JP is a good buddy on here, watches all the streams, comments all the time. Great way to support the channel is commenting and liking, smashing that subscribe button. Momo Linalu says hello. Hey Momo, how's it going? Junior Sanchez says what's up? Howdy. Dylan says, when the 2 best Omi/Vivi YouTubers are streaming at the same time, Cavell, hard to choose, but look where I am. Oh, well, thank you, Dylan. Yeah, Cavell, he definitely breaks a lot of news. I'm not sure what he's even live streaming about right now. The one thing, again, it's just differences in way we present information, which again, I'm going to talk about the Vivi and Omi competition, is that Cavell is one of the best hype men in the world. It's like, oh, it's this, we have this. So, and I love that. I love the energy. And why I like that, why I'm not, some people might not like him because he hypes up so many things. And then when those things either don't happen, or they don't happen as quickly as they would like to, you see Omi kind of go down a little bit. But in that same breath, I'll say I love that because it doesn't matter what it is. Short term goes down, great. Let me buy more of it at this discount because it's going to places beyond our recognition. But again, I like him. I comment on his videos all the time. He's a cool dude. I think he might know who I am. Taps Trades definitely knows who I am. We have to collab at some point. But thank you for being here, Dylan. That means the world. Dylan says hello, Dashi. RH says yo, what up? And Wes, again, thank you so much for that $5 super chat. 0% interest for 15 months. Which credit card is that? That's great. Yeah, buying cheap Earth 2 tiles on the market. So me and you, Wes, we're in competition for those cheap Earth 2 tiles. Thank you guys for 10 likes. That means the world to me. And as far as the Veve competition goes, they're going to have actual other NFTs being made. Other companies are going to try to do that. They will do that. But what is the difference in their licensing? Veve's licensing is specific to what they do. Actual augmented reality, soon to be virtual reality, NFTs in that way. Other companies can go and get Star Trek and get Winnie the Pooh and get Hello Kitty. Pretty much everything, all the licenses that they have, get new licenses for their own, but make them like trading cards or digital trading cards or digital moments, like from like the Hello Kitty TV show or Transformers TV show or the movies, similar to what NBA Top Shot does. So they're going to be able to do that. And that will be competition just in the NFT space in general. But yeah, that's not going to be actual competition for them. That's just competition in the sense that okay, yes, you have I'm saying Barry Bonds. All right, you have LeBron James up there, and then you have this nobody over here that's in the pros, but like they're in the pros together in the competition, but there's no competition. That being said, in Shane's announcement this morning, he had said that it is estimated, and I've told you guys this before. He said it estimated that it's going to be by 2025, the augmented reality and virtual reality will have a market cap of about $550 billion, so slightly over $500 billion. And what have I been saying this entire time? Virtual real estate and virtual reality will be a multi-trillion-dollar market, and virtual NFTs, virtual art, virtual collectibles is another multi-trillion-dollar industry. So you have Earth 2 on one side, you have Vivi on the other side with Omi, and they're going to be working together at some point. I guarantee it. Heard it here first. I've been saying this for weeks now. It's going to take a couple years for that to happen because the augmented and virtual reality of these NFTs are going to be able to be put onto Earth 2 again at some point. They do want to make them accessible. Like they want, instead of having that I think Donnie from Powerpuff Girls or whatever, the interactive NFTs where they do a little motion, kind of like in Super Smash Brothers where you do a taunt. Pikachu goes Pika. Fox like flips his gun. Captain Falcon's like, show your moves. They're gonna do more than just that. They're gonna be able to actually ride and fight each other, and then have fighting records, be able to stake the NFTs. It's gonna be heckin' awesome. Can't heckin' wait. And again, in that same breath, that's why I'm 100% on board with both of these companies, and I get so lucky that I found them when I did. JP says, put it all into Omi. You need a bigger bag like me. Laughs an evil. I am trying to sell these again Pokemon cards as fast as I can. I'm trying to collect on these receivables as fast as I can from my business, my high risk lending business that's still open. All these businesses are still open. I'm just really not actively working them. I've tested kilo bottles. I could flip. I'll sell anything I can right now in order to get as much Omi as possible. Momo Lenalu says, at the real Randy Chavez, let me know if you ever need graphic design stuffs. Get you some emotes. Oh, why thank you, Momo. Yeah, I'll take you up on that. Oh, Basilio, what's up, buddy? Says, I can do that with my Best Buy card. 0 APR for 24 months. How do these people make money? How do these companies make money with 0 APR for 24 months? I don't understand that. That's such a long amount of time to not get paid on anything. Like that, I would never do that. I don't care if the 50% interest rate. I'm not giving someone free money for 2 years. I can't do that. Grandmaster Mawile says, have you ever sued someone or ever been sued by someone. I have been sued. We settled once. There was this guy in New Jersey that when we had spoken, he had said, yeah, I'm interested in having additional funds for the business. I was like, okay. But he had said like, hey, listen, I'm at work right now. I don't have this. I don't really have time to do it. Like, can you send me an email? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I sent him an email, and then he emailed me again. And if I emailed him an application and he sent me that application, then I am free to call him whenever. But and he was not on the do not call list at the time. After like a month or so, he was on the do not call list, or the litigator list, whatever you call it. And then what happened was, because he emailed me his phone number, said, hey, just give me a call real quick when you get a chance. Yeah, sure. Because I've been talking to him for a while. I called him, and at that point, because he had not sent me an application, only by email, then I called him. That is a breach of a do not call. He threatened to sue for like tens of thousands. I was like, all right, listen, guy, like, I threw the veteran card out there. Listen, like, I'm trying to make an honest living. I'm an American. Like, I'm trying to work with you. I didn't mean to do you obviously set me up. So we just settled out of court. It's like $1,800. So, and then somebody else tried, but it didn't go anywhere. Have I ever sued anyone else? No. But I am in that late stage in life where I am petty enough where if somebody like does I don't care if it's an honest mistake where somebody accidentally, hits me with their car. Things happen. People are human. But if I find you were like texting and driving and you hit me, or you were drunk and driving and hit me, yeah, I don't care if I don't get a penny out of you. I will spend tens of thousands of dollars, make sure you go to jail, make sure your life is like, don't do that. Like, do not do that. That is very, very dangerous. It could kill someone. So yeah, I'm that level petty right now, but I haven't. And like I said, if you have people that people make mistakes, if you're looking over there and I'm sorry, I was looking. All right, whatever. Insurance will deal with it. But yeah, when people like actually put someone's life on the line, like that's a whole other issue. Earth 2 Wizard says, what up? Yo, what up, Earth 2 Wizard? How you doing? Vittori Jean Pascal says, hi, fake. I have no idea who this fake Randy Chavez is. There's so many people mess with this. Is not you, is it? This you? Like, no, it's not me. They're pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't. I have nothing to do with that. They messaged me saying like, hey, I'm a fan. This is kind of a parody account. I hope I'm not crossing any lines. Like, no, that's fine. It's fun. It's funny. People doing that to celebrities all the time. Not that I'm a celebrity or anything, but you just have people doing that, like role play accounts. People do that with anime, and they take on this character, and they say, okay, I'm going to act like this character. And some people are very, very good, and that person is funny. I enjoy them. Dylan says, I like the stories though. Thank you, Dylan. I like the stories too. Stories are great. Basilio says, those that don't like Cavell are those who don't like when he speaks the truth. Usually toilet paper hands. Yeah, I don't know if the only person I think that I know that would sell this year is actually Taps Trades. Now, I'm not like calling him out or anything. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, paper hands. No, like this is what he does for a living. He, I think it's real estate, stocks, and crypto trader. And so based on his analytical analysis, his reading of the charts is going to be much better than mine. Although people that are like him, it's pretty much split down the middle in the crypto world that, hey, based on the 2013, 2017, and now, yeah, it makes sense that we peak at, in like third quarter, and then by fourth quarter, we go into a crypto winter, and that's where Taps Trades is going to sell, because he thinks that if Bitcoin falls, let's say 30, 40, 50%, whatever, altcoins are going to take an 80 to 90% haircut, which would be for Omi, if Earth 2 has their crypto out at that time, could be them. And that's when he's going to sell around the end of the third quarter, right before October, November. That's when he's going to sell. And he's doing that not because he has paper hands, not because he doesn't believe in the company long term. He obviously does, but he's doing that just because he estimates or hypothesizes that there's going to be that dip, there's going to be that crypto winter, like there has been in the past. And he may very well be right. I am on the side of, or I subscribe to the theory that we're in a super cycle. and he's gonna sell at this point, and he's gonna rebuy, when it dips. But for me, my 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 theory is that we're in a super cycle. Is that we've never had big institutional money in crypto before. We just haven't. We've never had this trillions of dollars worth of money in this. Like trillions that is a lot of money. Like $1 million is, yeah, that's a lot for some people. That's a lot for me. That's a heck of a lot more than I have. $100 million. I don't think I'd ever. I don't think I would ever. Even if I have 30 million Omi and it goes to $10, or let's say it goes to $15. Yeah, by maybe I could get that in like 2040s. If I just buy and hold and I don't sell. But yeah, I'm not even talking about billions or like trillions of dollars in the crypto market, big institutional money that hasn't been there in the past. So I especially when the ETF that comes out for Bitcoin this year, there's going to be hundreds of billions of dollars more going into it. Again, that's just my opinion, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'll buy either way. Doesn't matter if it goes to the moon or goes like this. I'll buy up if it goes on the way down because I know where it's going eventually. Yeah. Moving on. John Doe says, is the Earth 2 card going to be a credit card? Because it sounds like it might be more sense to be a debit card. They weren't actually clear on that. They did say the words credit card, and it's going to be able to be used anywhere that MasterCard is used, and even ATMs as well. But I think there's going to be two. There's going to be a physical one and a virtual one. And one of them is for free. One of them that they send you for free, they just eat the cost of it because they're cool like that. And yeah. Devon B, or Devon B, says, I'll probably perform in Chaveztopia one day. Heck yeah, you will. And so many people are underestimating the amount of free money that's going to be given away. Like, have you ever seen that SpongeBob Pretty Patties episode? We didn't know what to do with the money. We tried burying it, shredding it, and burning it. But at the end, we decided to give it all away. That's literally going to be, I don't know how many hundreds of people in Earth 2. Just, again, if you want free tiles, Guidebook Gaming, which I just came from, link down below. They do Class 1 giveaways every single stream, every single day. They have not missed a stream. They're literally giving away free money. That's what they do. Again, I do that here as well. I do that with certain competitions. Actually, the next one will be revealed in my next video. Who gets the next free tile in Chaveztopia? It's not multiple Class 1 giveaways like Guidebook Gaming does. It's usually just a tile here and there. It's in Chaveztopia though. It's in my Megacity. But again, I give you guys all the strategy and what I'm doing even before I do it. And clearly Guidebook Gaming does as well. What the heck was this question? I went off on a tangent. Yeah, so I also plan to have competitions, singing competitions, talent competitions, whatever you have in Chaveztopia. And honestly, when I'm chilling with you guys all the time in virtual reality and I have a couple of daddy sodas, I'm just gonna be like, let's karaoke competition. I don't care if there's 3 people there; they're all gonna get prizes. They're all gonna get money. Again, that's just what I do, and I guarantee you, I'm not the only one. I guarantee you, I'm actually gonna be one of the small people that give out the smaller prizes. $10, $20, $100 here and there. I guarantee you, I'm gonna be one of the smaller people. There's people that I'm gonna be doing 4. I have done a 4-figure giveaway before. I did tell Guidebook Gaming though that after my first $1 million was made in Earth 2, I would do a 5-figure giveaway, and I will do it on their channel. So if you want that, it's actually going to be on the Guidebook Gaming channel. So I'm just letting you know. Yeah. The Master of Worlds says, "Hey Randy, have you heard GME is thinking about implementing NFTs in games? Not really sure how exactly, but in a group I'm in, some people are saying it might put Omi out of business. What do you think?" Omi's not going anywhere. I'll answer that in 1 second. I just got to get to this. Wraithax saying Punk Music Festival, Anarchy and Daddy Sodas. Heck yeah. All right, so we're gonna do some Slipknot at the half-hour mark. Thank you, Wraithax, for that $10 super chat. It means the world. So moving on to that question, the Master of Worlds. Yeah, nothing's gonna be putting Veve out of business. The only way I could see Veve getting put out of business is if David Yoon, Dan Crothers, and pretty much all of their leadership is abducted. Like encounters of the fourth kind, they're not on this earth anymore. They get abducted by aliens. No one's left to run. It's basically an army without any generals, without any leadership, without any officers, and they just stop working. All their workers just quit. That's the only way that would happen. Again, the competition, what competition there will be competition from other places that are going to do NFTs in a different way. They will do NFT trading cards. They'll do NFTs moments, same as NBA Top Shot. But because of the licenses that they have, they can't do the same exact NFTs for these guys. That's literally for them. And honestly, most people, unless they have Alfred Kahn, are not going to be able to do half of what Veve did. Unless they have, like Oprah, like billions of dollars throw around, like Facebook. Again, Apple and Google won't, because they're already making oodles of money on the Play Store and on the Apple iOS store. So they won't do that. But Facebook might, and maybe Amazon might. Amazon Prime might. Or maybe Netflix, maybe they might do that. Like, but that's like, those are the only people, the only companies that I know that have that type of billions of dollars that they can throw around to try to have some competition. Again, Apple and Google, he was very smart about this, yeah, and that's probably why they're giving them such a high 30% rate on every single dollar that's put into Veve, because they said, oh, if we give them a high enough rate, they're not going to be our competition. Yeah, that's super fantastic. And you think Google's already, the Google AdWords, Google AdSense, like Google Ads, they're already promoting Veve. So yeah, if Google has a choice to promote, Amazon, or are they going to promote their own another product that gives them money? It's going to be that. GameStop, again, I'm glad they are. I'm glad other people are trying to get in the NFT game. That broadens the horizon, that broadens the hobby, which is great. We love that. We need that. But I don't see Veve having any serious competition right now. Everything I've seen, whether it's Quid, whether it's when Omi put out that giant live stream that they were on, it's not for their exact thing. It can't be. Nobody is even close right now. And people that are even talking about it, saying we want you could have really good leadership, really good ideas, and you could even have capital, a lot of working capital to go there for the NFT licenses. But they're already so far behind. They've been working on this for years. They've been working on Veve for years. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. I am right now, just because Earth 2 does not have their crypto, they don't have that, it's not a completed game yet. I'm a little more bullish on Earth 2 because of the upside that brings, because again, it's on phase 1 it can't really do anything. But Omi, again, it's a coin flip on which one actually makes more money and is more successful. Right now, you probably have a little more options to make more revenue streams on Earth 2. But you're going to have that with Veve in the future as well. Again, whether it's staking, whether it's... I have a bug bite. It's May. It's May. I know. I'm moving to Florida. I shouldn't be this uptight about bugs. I am. Bug bites suck. Anyway, Veve will have that already. They'll have staking. They'll have NFTs. They'll have gambling. Both of them will definitely have gambling. But yeah, moving on. Frisco. Banjo Big says, Randy, what's going on, Frisco? John Doe says, credit companies make money through transactions. Merchants pay every time for swipes. Yeah, they do on the transaction fee, I guess. But again, when you pay for something on credit and you don't pay it right away and you have no interest for 24 months, that's just bananas. Like, again, you're going to get paid back. That company will get paid back the money that they give probably in that time. But you're basically giving out an interest-free loan for 2 years, which is just insane to me. That is insane to me. John Doe says, credit companies make money through they do through the transactions. Are pretty small. I don't know. They're still the reward for that, I feel like it's not worth it for me. Or for me, if I was one of those companies, I would probably change a little bit of it. Vittori Jean Pascal says, yes, it was me on Instagram too, but I don't have the same name. About fake Randy. Oh, yes, you had told me about that as well. You're one of the people one of the dozens that messaged me. Is this you? No, it's not me. Mazio says, what's his name, Randy? I feel like harassing someone who deserves it. He doesn't, or she doesn't. They don't. I don't know their pronouns or what type of person they are. But no, they messaged me saying, hey, I'm not stepping on any toes, am I? I'll delete it if you want. I said, no, it's fine. It's fun. I enjoy it. So yeah, definitely don't go to the fake Randy Chavez and do that, because that's like I said, no harm, no foul, at least yet. Okay, we are 30 minutes in. That means another Patreon shout out. I don't belong here, we gotta move on, dear. Escape from this afterlife, 'cause it's time that I move on and on, far away from here. Got nothing against. I was gonna try to do Slipknot. I Psychosocial. That's what I was gonna do. Anyway, enjoy some Event Sevenfold. And if you missed, again, referral code down there. If you want to use that, that would mean the world to me. You get 5% off. I get 5% back. Dory Jean Pascal says, if you get rich, why to create a real estate company? You could directly start your program to protect animals. That the amount of, yeah, I could right now. I could sell everything right now, including Omi, including Bitcoin, and I could put in, I could buy that land in Madagascar for $500,000 and actually do it right now. I could do it. I have to liquidate everything, so it'll probably take a couple months. And I could do that this year. But that leaves me with next to nothing left. I would have to go, I'd have to do everything over again, start over from scratch. So what I want to do, again, playing a little bit of the long game here, is if I continue to just donate to Best Friends Animal Society, Animal Welfare Institute, etc., these guys, and Pit of Our Souls Dog Rescue is a really good local one. They help pit bulls. I love them. They're one of my favorite breeds. What that will do is if I continue to hold until I have not just $1 million, but a couple or even several $1 million, that's something where I can quadruple. Again, a goal of mine would be to, is there a bug in here? Oh my God, I'm seeing things. To do buy as much land as I could. Again, be the Brown Steve Irwin and buy as much land as I could, not just one plot for $500,000. I want to put several millions into it if I can, and the only way to do that is really just to buy and hold and hodl. And also that real estate company, I could do that. I could sell everything, and that real estate company will just, I could live in one of those houses, so I don't have to pay anything for rent, and the excess money I have, I could live on, and I wouldn't even have to stream at that point. I could just live off the rental income. But having said that, again, I am very inexperienced with that. I have put in a lot of studying and a lot of research into it. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a little bit of risk too, because God forbid something happens. Let's say I have 5 tenants in 2 or 3 houses, whatever, and they say we have another pandemic happen, and suddenly I have to still make my mortgage payments, but they don't have to pay rent because of the pandemic. Well, that's a big risk, which I actually really don't want to take, but sometimes you got to risk it for the biscuit. But in real terms, it's that, okay, well, I will choose to risk that in the hopes that I can get more money in the future, so I can donate more to those animal charities and all those philanthropic events. Yeah, Raythax, thank you for that $10 super chat. Punk Music Festival, Anarchy, and Daddy Sodas. There's actually a really good show going on September 18th or 19th. It's gonna be in Chicago. They have I don't know if they have Black Veil. They have Simple Plan there. I think they have 9 Inch Nails there. I don't know if Slipknot's gonna be there. Simple Plan. They have Bayside. Dropkick Murphys. It's gonna be like a 3-day show. It's gonna be really heckin' cool, and I can't wait for it. Famlin's Camping says, I have a couple thousand tile music festival grounds in Honduras that I haven't started hyping yet. I'll be happy to host events in your Antarctic off season. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be fun. Yeah, the more people that do events, the better. Just because it's any one place might get old after a while. You might need to change of scenery for a couple weeks, a month or so, and then come back to Chaveztopia, come back to the tundra, which I guess I could do this in Brazil too, and India. I have a lot of land there. And it really doesn't take that big of, well, if we have a couple hundred people, or even 1,000 people, probably call that, again, people trying out, getting free money, they're probably going to need more than 10 tiles. We'd probably need an actual, a very large plot to do that with. Because, that many people on just a couple of tiles doesn't really make sense. Even a square of 9, even a square of like 20 cents. Yeah, we would probably need like a 90 tile thing, in my opinion. John Doe says the bugs are going to be the worst in the United States and Florida. I know. I mean, at least it's not going to be like Australia, but I'm just going to have to deal with it. I'll run in the morning. Hopefully, not too many bugs are out there at that time. I'm not like Misty or anything where I like freak out like like from Pokemon. I just there was one time where I was just coming back. It was my old place. Forget where I was coming back from, but I'm just chilling, like being me. I'm just singing like songs from Victorious, like Freak the Freak Out, and then I see this most gigantic cave cricket thing, and I'd seen a spider in there in my room like a few days prior, and you got to leave spiders because they're good for the house. They're good for they eat other bugs, but this spider missed the cave cricket. This cave cricket was huge, and I had winter gloves on. I was like Vegeta. I was like like punching out Namekians. It was hardcore. That was the only. I really regretted that because it's like, all right, that bug didn't do anything, just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I would hope that if I'm ever just in the wrong place at the wrong time, that someone would have mercy on me. So that I think it was like a Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds trip where I just like reflected on that. I was like, oh man, I can't do that again. That's awful. It's bad, Chavez. Christelle says, I let the spiders in my house live and to eat the more annoying bugs. Yes, Christelle Stroud, we think alike. Vasile says he ignores my Jersey comment. Jersey comment? I don't even... Where was that? Who deserves it? I don't even see the Jersey comment, Basilio. Evo Hong says, can you guys see what resources in your properties? Not yet. At some point, we will be able to see which resources are in our properties, are in each tiles, and how. I guess there's going to be percentages as far as maybe a property, let's say a 10 tile property gives you 70% coal and 10% gold and 20% fresh water, something like that, or wood, what have you. So there's going to be a breakdown. So instead of and that's why I like the big properties better, because you can go and click, oh, we're getting a bunch of these, and then see which ones are actually wood, so whichever ones you have the least of, you need to go buy more tiles and get that much more. If you hadn't noticed it, if you were not on the stream this morning, Earth 2 had said that they have they're going to have one test country. One lucky country will be tested, and that is going to be the place where they're going to test out some bugs. Basically beta testers for resources. And they don't know which one it is. We don't know which one it is. We don't know when the announcement is. They're probably not even going to have an announcement. It's just going to be uploaded one day, and we'll be like, oh, girl, this is what we can do. And I'll go live as soon as I see that, I promise. There was a time in like February where we were like waiting on phase 2, and I literally had like a network of like 8 people checking like every hour on the hour. It was nuts. It was ridiculous because we were waiting for phase 2. We were waiting for like announcements and everything. Also, they started golf holes have started appearing recently, and there was a new Easter egg hunt as well. Wow, I missed a whole lot. Yeah, the Easter egg hunt. I don't even know if it was a thing or if people just thought it was there, but I saw a couple of people on Twitter and on Facebook say, hey, I see they saw Easter eggs in the photo that Shane posted this morning. And I looked at it, I was like, it doesn't really look like a poster. Like, it doesn't really look like an Easter egg, but I guess it could be. If something comes of that, great. If not, no big deal. Well, I didn't even try for it. Crystal Stroud said, I had to kill a black widow a couple of days ago. Made me so sad, but it's a major poison and my kitty. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to protect your fur babies first, and poor black widow. Poor kitty. Yeah, so it's definitely good that you did that. Because I love kitties. I love dogs. Yeah, got to keep the cat safe. Toad Alley Awesome says, hey, Randy, if you were in a movie or a TV show, what genres would be... Okay. I would actually really... Again, this is what I'd like to think, that I would be a really good actor. And I'm also, again, pat myself on the back, I can say this, I am a very good writer. I am very, very good. I will have, probably in the next couple of years, skits going down of me saying, hey, either animations that I'm giving dialogue to, voice acting, whatever, but that's going to happen in the next couple of years. It's going to be something similar to those stick animations where you see like Pusheen or James, I forget his name. I'll get back to you in a second. I have to talk to Wraithax because he put in a $10 super chat saying, what is the projected average income per tile potential? It's probably going to be a penny, right? Just for the resources. The resources will probably be able to net us a penny a tile if we can sell it. Again, that's if we can sell it. And I say that because there's going to be a lot of people looking to sell resources right away. There's going to be a lot of people that, again, that don't care about money, that are just going to try to build because that's what they do. They build. What does Iron Man do when he can't think? He goes into his basement, goes into his office, and he tinkers because that's what he does. Builders are going to build. Architects are going to architect. Yeah, people are going to explore. Explorers are going to explore. And yeah, you're definitely going to see things like that along the lines of there's going to probably be in stocks, it's called not a transfer. I'm so brain dead right now. I don't know why. A cross trade where, okay, a bunch of people looking to sell, a bunch of people looking to buy. They just cross trade. Nothing crazy happens with the stock. That might be what happens with resources where, again, you're going to have that open marketplace. Some resources are going to be rarer than others. Some resources that are not going to be rarer. They're going to be equal to or less rare, or equal to or more common. And the more common ones might actually go for more money just because of certain demand. Like if it's, let's say gold is rarer than wood, but wood might have a higher price because, okay, gold maybe can't do anything with right now. Maybe gold you could use to buy things, but wood everyone's going to be using to build, whether it's tree houses, whether it's forts, whether it's Fort Ticonderoga, Fort Henry, oh God, Fort Henry would be cool to build. Whatever you have it, if you make like moats or whatever, there's going to be one resource that everyone's going to want, not because it's super rare, but because it's super useful and it's easy to use and you can use it for anything. And again, this is just for the first 7 resources that we have. So I would say if you can find those people that are looking to buy, if you can find those people that are saying like, yeah, I need as much wood as possible, as much ore as possible, iron, whatever have you, I would say a penny a tile, which if you have 70,000 tiles, let's do the math on here, 100 tiles would be $1. 1,000 tiles would be $10. 10,000 tiles would be $100 a day. So you'd be looking at about $700 a day if you have 70,000 tiles. Again, if you can mine everything and you get all those resources. Again, this is just an estimate. I'm not going in and saying this is a guarantee. This is just something that I don't think per tile you're going to be getting 10 cents a tile. That'd be way too much. Again, just in my opinion, because that's, again, you have to have buyers for it. And not right away, because again, that's just from selling resources. That's not including the essence. That's not including the crypto, the blockchain. That's not including the ad revenue that you would get, the foot traffic if you build something cool. Like you said, if you have that place, Wraithax, where Obama was killed, and you're going to make that an escape room, that is so heckin' genius. I don't even have words for that. That is so... God, that's beautiful. And there's going to be so many other people like you, so many other people that just make these really cool things. And we're going to go there and we're going to try it. What some people might charge for that experience, some people might not. For something like an escape room, it's probably be good to charge because a lot of money is going to go into that, a lot of time and effort. But for something like Flip Cup, you have a bunch of people play Flip Cup, you have like a big tournament, you win like $1. You win. People are going to go do those things for that $1. Again, those people that were mining Bitcoin in Venezuela did that to make a couple of pennies each day. So if you do that, people are going to be doing these to just win that $1. So if you have 1,000 people you have 1,000 people. I get maybe 1,000 views per video when I was just doing normal videos and not streaming, and that ad revenue. Let's say if I have 2,000 views a day, let's say it makes me like $20. Yeah, if that ad revenue or foot traffic ad revenue for 1,000 people makes $10, and you're only giving out $1, okay, make a bunch of those. Make as many as you can because, and have people do it for free just to win $1 because you're going to make that up in ad revenue. And that's if they keep it. If Earth 2 does the same split as YouTube, and YouTube, I think, does not give you that great of a great of a deal. But yeah, charging people for things, again, if it's a fun game and it's really complex, yeah, it would make sense if you charge something, in my opinion. Now, who was the person that asked about, okay, the genres of TV? Okay, so totally awesome. I'm going to get back to your question right now. You are going to see something from me in the next couple of years. Well, I've been for like the last 6 months. I used to write all these be me statuses on. It was written in like a 4chan sequence, like be me, be the other day, be with friend Kara, be drinking, be drunk AF. It started when I was in the military with a bunch of friends. Like that, people know how raunchy and crazy military are, so I was like, I have to write some of these down. They're so funny, they're so hysterical. When you're in the dorms, the barracks, and just like, the couple across the hall is fighting, over pizza because that's all they have left until payday, and they said like, oh well, I said I was hungry before. You should have paid attention to me, and just things like that. But acting, yes, I would like to think I'm also a very good actor. Trying to. And some people think like the real Randy Chavez character. This is just me. Like this is just me being like myself. But for those of you that have seen those skits of like when Randy Chavez declares war on the Kraken, where I try to put like a Punisher thing on it and I'm screaming, I'm like bloody murder, or when I do when I had like Nameless versus that one guy from Gibraltar, Will Alpha, that wrestler type of mode. I'll do something. I'll do a video at some point, just show that Chavez shows his acting skills or something like that, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. But I would either be comedy or like a drama. I definitely wanted to either be comedy or maybe action. Oh God, I would love. I would love to be a Marvel superhero or Marvel anything. Just be in the Marvel movie in that cinematic universe. I'd do it. I'd put on the muscle. I'd go eat what I had to eat. That'd be great. Mazio says, okay, maybe YouTube censored it. Yeah, YouTube does censor things. Mazio says, I got pissed when you were telling the story of the Jersey guy that tried to sue you. Oh, yeah. Heck that Jersey guy. Hated that guy. John Doe says, is it better to sell resources immediately or just hold and hoard all the resources, sell massive amounts? Well, it depends how much your time is worth to you. Because you can go on and grind and look in the marketplace and look in resource areas saying like, okay, who am I gonna sell these resources to? I want to get a penny for my each resource that I get that I can sell, and I have this many resources to sell, and you work all day and make like I don't know however much you make. Or you can not do that, use your time for yourself, use your time to do other things, and wait for someone to say like, hey, I need like 800 of these, or I need 8,000 of these, and you have them, and instead of getting 1 penny for them, you sell them for 0.8 of a penny, because it's a bulk deal. You give them a discount, and why are you doing that? Why are you selling it for 20% off? One, to undercut the competition, and make sure you get that sale. Make sure he keeps coming back, or she keeps coming back, and also the fact that you didn't have to waste hours upon hours of finding, oh, here's I sell 50 resources here, 1,000 resources there, just doing that all day, as opposed to just coming to you, yeah, I need 8,000 of these. Okay, boom, done. You need 10,000 of these, and normally that would give you $100. Do it for $80. Whatever. What have you. Again, just because time is a little more important to me, I would choose to do that. But especially for a lot of people in third world countries, or a lot of people that just don't have a lot of money or access to that, yeah, they're gonna be grinding all day. And they're gonna outwork a lot of us because they can. John Doe says, "Is it?" Yeah. So I answered that. How I made? What's going on? Says big tech censorship needs to be abolished. This ain't China. Yeah. Agreed 100%. How I made. Evu Hong says, hope it's Dubai beta. That'd be interesting to be any of the, when Dubai and any of the UAE was released. That'd be pretty cool if they had that. Christelle Stroud says, what a new Easter egg hunt. I'm way out of the loop. Yeah, so someone was mentioning it. I think it was Lynn X was mentioning it on my stream this morning, saying like, people are going crazy on Twitter right now, posting Easter eggs. I was like, Easter eggs? And then apparently, when Shane had this morning made his Discord announcements, at the end of the announcements, he posted an E2 flag. And I thought that was symbolic because he had put in his announcement, hey, we're going to have, in case you didn't know, you can change your banner. My banner is now the real Randy Chavez flag, real Randy Chavez banner. So I thought he put that as, oh, hey, Earth 2, Earth 2 flag. But apparently there were Easter eggs in that picture. I didn't see any. I'm not looking at it on a computer. I'm looking at it on my phone. So take that for what it's worth. I got a bug bite. It's really annoying. Again, Raythax, thank you so much for that $10 super chat saying projected average income per. Yeah, I would still say a penny, but that could change if you have a super rare resource, or if you have a resource like, again, if one of your tiles is in, or one of your properties is in, I don't know, someplace with fresh water. Okay, well, I have like 10,000 tiles in Chaveztopia. It's going to give me fresh water. So anyone needing fresh water, I got you, fam. Yeah, I hope there's other stuff there too, but anyone needs fresh water, I'm gonna be the king of that. So if somebody has, let's say they have 10,000, 100,000 tiles just in the Amazon in Brazil. Okay, if you need wood, you're probably going to go to that person because that person has the most, going to give you the best discount. Now, Master of Worlds says, I just opened the normal E2 website, looked at my diamond mine, and the ore info thingy is available. When you say it's the info is available, the Master of Worlds, what country are you in? And I didn't mean to like point my finger at you. What country are you in? And what does it say where it says available? We got to know. Tell the chat. John Doe says, I'll probably end up buying more dirt cheap tiles if tiles produce resources. Yeah, they all produce resources. They all do. So, yeah, but that's what I'm doing right now. I bought, I think it was Andor, or something along those lines. You can check my profile, and again, do the link for Chaveztopia is down below. You go who owns that tile. I own those tiles. And look at my properties. One of the last properties that I just bought. It was the last property I just bought, like before this. And yeah. So that's what I'm doing right now. Crystal Stroud said, the momentum at the beginning of Earth 2 was so exciting. I hardly log in anymore, just trying to be patient, wait for that second phase. I want that momentum back. All right, Crystal Stroud, just some advice here. They have said that in their announcement this morning that they are not going to have, some things they'll announce, some things they won't. Some things they just are not going to announce. They're just going to say like, hey, it's uploaded and whoever finds it, and that's just how it's going to be. So I think that incentivizes people to log in a lot more. I'm definitely going to be logging in. I log in every day anyway, probably a couple times a day. But now I'm going to probably log in even more just to check it, just to make sure, nothing's going on. John Doe says, it would be great if landowners could trade resources, and newbies can buy them for money. Yeah, you're probably going to be able to trade as well. I mean, again, if you're going to be able to rent out some of your tiles and you're going to have agreements with, from landowner to rentee, I see no reason why people can't have agreements from trading resources. If we can get myself up to 15 likes, that would be great. That'd be amazing. How I Made says Apple goes in on crypto. Is that news? What is the news with Apple? Why are they going in on crypto? I need details, people. Dennis says, Chavez, what's up? What's up, Dennis? How's it going? We were just here talking about Earth 2. Yeah, it's definitely shifted more towards Earth 2. We haven't really talked too much about Vivi or Omi or Komi in the last like 10, 20 minutes. John Doe says, I'll need to check all the locked countries every day. Yeah, that's, I don't even know which countries are locked. Obviously you have the big ones like Saudi Arabia, you have Jerusalem or Israel, whatever have you. It's a lot. Master of Worlds says it's in Nguakitse West Jwaneng, Botswana. It just shows available resources, but it's blank, just the info. Okay, so yeah, it's and it shows, if you scroll down on it, it probably just shows 7 resources. And that's available everywhere. It's not going to say, which percentages are which. Again, in let's say a 30 tile plot, you might have 50% fresh water, 30% wood, and 20% gold or oil or what have you. Right? Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking there. Outside of that, yeah, it's going to be, and again, this is also why I could have continued to work and made more money and more money and put that into more. Well, I didn't even know of Omi at the time. Put more of that into Earth 2, but I didn't want to have Phase 2 come out and then me be left in the dust. Me just saying like, oh, well, you know what? Now I'm screwed. Now I don't have any, what do you call it? Any way to play this game because I'm working for 16 hours a day. So I'm not. I am continuing to stay retired, and I'm waiting to play this game. Who be that? Oh, Wraithax, a $10 super chat says, how are you planning to incorporate NFTs in Chaveztopia? Well, we do have that idea for the NFT museum. So the NFT museum, I do want to buy one of those NFTs, one of those eggs, the first NFTs that they had made for Earth 2, and definitely put that in there. So I have to go to someone that actually got an NFT egg and buy. I'm going to buy, depending if there are multiple of them, I'm going to have to buy a couple of them and then put that into the museum. And then whatever NFTs we have in there, again, I think this run on Unity. As long as we can upload other NFTs into that, I'll actually put in some of the Chavez trading cards that were on, or that I have from Atomic Hub that were made with wax. If those are compatible, I'll put those in there. I have the only other ones I don't have like complete sets. I obviously have mine. I have one from Predict, a very low serial number from Predict. I have one from Tech Ops, that's number 11, and then the rest are mine. And then I have like a couple of other random ones that people just like gave me. I was like, oh wow. So right, I would definitely I would start with the cards. I would start with the NFT of the eggs that came in, and then whatever else we could think of. I don't know if anything from OpenSea.io can come in. Thank you guys for 15 likes. I only got that. Again, Veve will take a couple of years before we're able to do that, but that's something I could just ask the developers, like, hey, what type of NFTs can I upload? And yeah, if we could make NFTs of them. Or I know people have made NFTs of the, again, they're trading cards, so I just have that in there. If there's any other, Wraithax, do you have any other ideas of how else I can incorporate NFTs? Although I actually, similar to NPCs, as non-playable characters, I would love it if we have a Dashi statue that's an NFT in there that when you interact with Dashi says one thing or the other. And it's like sageful, like fortune cookie-like advice, like be kind to your neighbor, or something like really deep, like be like water flows, or something along those lines. Water does not break, water breaks down. Something like that. I don't know, something cool like that. Wraithax, wow, another $10 super chat. Mad Lad over here. Wraithax making it rain. Says, I have close to 20 number 1 NFT. Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so much. How did you get all those? All right, so for those of you that don't know, there was a couple of people that had asked Shane for permission for these Earth 2 cards, and they made them of the creators, they made them of influential people, they made them of the actual developers themselves, and Wraithax put in, he got 20 number 1, and obviously, for NFTs, those trading cards, number 179 doesn't worth that much, but the top 10 are worth a lot, and number 1 is worth a lot. Do you have Predict's number 1? I have Predict's number 4, I think. The only number 1 I have is of me. Oh my god, Wraithax, how do you have that much? Yeah, and again, if they do more cards in the future, these are from, what Wraithax has is from the first sets that came out. And from the first sets that came out, oh my god, that's intense. They have Ari Realties? Which ones do you have? That's insane. Wraithax with another $10 super chat saying, I love it. Buddha Dashi. Oh yes, Buddha Dashi. We could make one thing for like a pay-to-play thing. But I want 2 things. I want one that'll be a free Dashi advice column, like a Dashi, just like go there and have Dashi bless you with Dashi's paw, right and left, and that'd be a really cool thing. If you do something really cool for Chaveztopia, you get Dashi to knight you. That would be so amazing. I cannot wait for that. Yeah, another reason why someone could come in and offer $20,000 for Dashi right now. Couldn't do it because Dashi's just part of this world. Dashi's part of your guys' daily lives. Even though I could take that $20,000, put it into Bitcoin, Omi, and Earth 2, 7K each, and just have it that makes so much money, but it's like I have an emotional attachment. I have emotional attachment to my car. Like, I'm too emotional. I need to stop this. I need to. All right, I'm good. Back. Ray Fax again with that $10 super chat, and I was lucky and won the #1 early bird. God, you mad lad. Um, Again, let me know if you have Aura Realties or Predicts or this. Wow, that's incredible. You have so much. I kind of want to trade something for so that you can get one of mine, so you can get my #1. Just because that, yeah. Ray Fax, if you're on Atomic Hub or Tom thing, try to message me after, and we'll see how I can give you my #1 trading card. That's just probably, and because I still me and Predict, we swapped #4s, and me and King Tech Ops swapped #11s, but I'll still have 2, 3, and then 5 through 10 of mine. But yeah, you can totally get my #1, and maybe I'll auction others off at some point. All right, let's see what we got here. Devon B says Apple looking for alternate payments. Okay, that's what you mean by getting into crypto. Yeah, that makes sense. That Apple's getting into that. Apple's a technology company. Technology, that's where the future's headed. I think the pandemic helped that a little bit because nobody wants to touch money. Money is one of the most dirtiest things in the world. Money, like, people sneeze on the hands, they get quarters out of their pocket, they throw. Yeah, that they're in they're in arcades. Like, you have dollars that are in strippers, G-strings, and banana hammocks if you're a dude. And yeah, money is very dirty. So quick payments, you're not going to spread any disease by paying someone online. Wow, Raythax, $10 super chat, and done. All right, fantastic. Thank you, Raythax, for that $10 super chat. I'll miss. I don't know how we can find each other on Atomic Hub, but yeah, mess me at some point somewhere, whether it's on Patreon or wherever, and I'll get you that #1. John Doe says Zivach Yidnar Lahir Et is still available in E2. What is Zivach Yidnar? Oh, the real Randy Oh, all right. I see what you did there. Still available in E2. Yeah, someone could do that, and that'd be fun. I don't think I didn't even think of doing things in reverse like that. Sleeping with Siren. Oh, we have missed. And the rain will kill us all. Throw ourselves against the wall, and no one else can see the saw of the mortar in me. Psychosocial. What is that line? No one else can see something of the mortar in me. Oh my God, the martyr in me. Again, that's Slipknot, Psychosocial. I'm so sorry. I've been fudging up these song lyrics here. Again, thank you, Raythax. So many super chats. That means the world. John Doe says Raythax values you more than girls at strip clubs. Yeah. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I mean, I've seen some people go to strip clubs, and anyone know the dollar gun where you put in $20 worth of ones and you go, and it like makes it rain, but as a, and it literally like $20 lasts 3 seconds. So I've definitely seen people do that. And I've seen them do it like multiple times, like multiple different guns, and like more than just $20 each. They're going crazy. And I've seen people throw in like they're not just crumpling up ones. I've seen people like, hey, let me see your boobs. Slap 100 on them. Okay, I guess that happened. I had, and again, for those of you that don't know how I actually got into the exotic dancing, is at one point I was just a doorman. They had just needed someone there to just like check IDs, make sure anything went down, they're covered. If anyone got too rowdy or, was touching the girls in an inappropriate way or just touching girls in general, they need to be thrown out. So I was just a doorman for a little while. And I got that job because I was a doorman. It was called Leaky Lifeboat. Leaky Lifeboat in Long Island was one of the greatest bars. That was the place to go. And then my friend Jason said, I got me a job there. I was like, they needed a doorman at it was a strip club in Long Island. And then they had said, hey, we're gonna do a ladies' night. Do you want to work? And I thought my dumb ass is just like, yeah, I'll go work. And I thought they just meant for the door. But when I get there, they have a pair of assless chaps, and I have hairy legs. So I was like, listen, this is not going to look good. It's going to just look like, you have like windows down, like in like a field of hair. And so I'm sorry if this is TMI, but that's how I got into it. I had somebody shave me. It was a very weird time in my life. It was also more than 10 years ago at the time. John Doe says, we could make a religion out of Dashi and E2. Randy can be the high priest. Bless you, my children. Thank you all for coming here today. Do you receive it today? I know you do. But we never like to close our broadcast without giving you the opportunity to make Dashi the Lord of your life. Followers, will you pray with me? Say, Lord Dashi, I repent of my sins. I ask you to come into my heart, and I make you my Lord and Savior. Friends, if you pray that simple prayer, we believe you got born again. Get in a good Dashi-based church. Make me first place. We'll take you places that you never even dreamed of. How's that for acting, mother flappers? And then we also have Devon B with the $2 super chat saying, money started coronavirus. I could do a 2-hour podcast on... Sorry, I had to drink. I could do a 2-hour podcast on conspiracy theories with coronavirus. Like, for those that don't know, in like 2007, when YouTube had first started, so I might make a couple people feel a little old over here. A couple people feel like I'm really old. I had a... Oh, God, are we going to do a Dash religion? I'm going to get to that in a minute. Where am I going? Where am I going here? Oh, God. All right, so the priest and religion, conspiracy theories out of... just building off of that super chat, Devon B, where he said, money started the coronavirus. Just so you guys know, I had in 2007... again, when 9/11 happened, I was in 5th grade. I was in New York, and so many stories. Again, I can go on a several hour-long tangent on just stories from me and classmates in New York, and what my parents went through, what we went through, and all that, because they were working in closer towards the city. And like the next day, this guy Robert comes in. This kid Robert, again, we were in 5th grade, and he had printed out pictures saying like, "Hey, look, like we saw like the devil in the fire and Jesus in the smoke, and just normal, pretty harmless things. No, definitely no conspiracy theories there. Just people trying to look for meaning where there isn't, or maybe there was. I don't know. And I didn't really pay attention at the time because I was like, oh, religion. At that time I wasn't really like respectful or anything. I was just like, just a kid. I just want to play Pokemon. So years later, when I was like 16, I was like, oh, everything's on YouTube. There's probably video, and let me see if I could see, what Robert said in 5th grade. Let me see if I could see Jesus in the smoke or the devil in the fire. So I go on YouTube, I type in 9/11, and the first thing was coincidences. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is it. That was not it. That brought me deep down, Alex Jones level, full on, everything is a conspiracy. This table's a conspiracy. This box, Dashy's a conspiracy. I'm a conspiracy. Like, that's exactly what it was. So, when you said money started the coronavirus, I still every once in a while go on Reddit and just scroll through like Reddit conspiracies, just because some are really scary, some are fun, some are scary. I'm gonna move on because this could be it goes down a very dark place. How I Made says Apple looking to hire senior level partners for alternative payment ecosystems for growth of their Apple Pay and wallet services. That ought to be interesting. All right, hire senior level partners for alternative payment ecosystems for growth. All right, so someone that has experience in that before, and not just senior level, so that have many years of experience before for alternative payment ecosystems. Again, that's most likely though. That's probably just gonna be part of the Apple network. If you have a phone, you have a Apple computer, you have a Mac, you have a iPad. Again, that's probably just gonna go into the Apple network. I don't know. They'd be stupid not to accept Bitcoin. I mean, everyone's going to accept Bitcoin at some point. Although Bitcoin's more for to store value. because Bitcoin, it takes what, like 10 minutes per transaction or something like that. You have to sit and wait a while. Maybe it's not that. No, I think it's 1 minute per transaction for Bitcoin. So 1 minute per transaction for Bitcoin, that it's more of a store of value. What people would actually want is they would want something that goes very, very quickly. Like honestly, and I'm just using this as an example, in what we had with Omi when they updated us with Vivi and Omi, they said that we are moving to an Ethereum-based blockchain, and the Omi transactions will be not only gasless, so no fees, no gas fees, but they will also be what do you call it? They will be instant. So instant transactions. You're not going to want to pay with Bitcoin, which takes a minute per transaction. You're going to want to pay with something like Omi, that the transactions right away and there's no gas fees. Again, I'm not like, even if I could pay for sushi with Omi, no, you're not getting my heckin' Omi. No, you're not getting any of my crypto. Heck off. But some people that bought crypto down way below, and they like 1,000x their money, and they have like $20,000 and not much in their account. I was like, all right, let me pay in Bitcoin. Let me pay in this. Yeah, they'll do that. So Apple, again, would be stupid to not accept crypto. And they're gonna. I guarantee you, all these crypto, Bitcoin is just the first. There's gonna be other places. Again, you have that nightclub in Miami that's accepting Doge. You have Elon Musk, which might accept Doge for Tesla. This is insane. Again, Ray saying for the $10 super chat says, done and done. How I Made says, I find these tech companies are so brain dead when it comes to crypto. Well, again, I don't know which tech companies you're talking about, so probably. I don't know which one specifically. How I Made says, how can you be the leaders in tech and so late and out of touch with the most disruptive tech towards sending that? All right, so I understand what you're saying 100%. I think why they're slow is because Elon Musk kind of gets away with a little bit. He accepts his Bitcoin. But a lot of these leaders of these tech companies that are publicly traded, they have boards and they have shareholders and they have things that it has to go through 8, 10, 12 levels of approvals from everyone, and everyone has to sign off on it. And if things happen in a year, it's insanely fast. So they can't just say, oh yeah, let's do this. It just doesn't happen like that in that world. With that much money, nothing does. It moves slow. It moves like the slowest moving freight train in the world. John Doe says, what is a banana hammock? A banana hammock is basically a Speedo for a man. It's a thong for a man. Pretty much what it is. Vasco's TV says, what resources Antarctica will produce? Ice is not a resource. It might be eventually, but fresh water. Actually, if you go in Earth 1 and you Google it, Antarctica has 70% of the fresh water in the world in Antarctica. So, and fresh water is a resource in Earth 1. So we in Chaveztopia are cornering the market in that sense. We're getting a lot, and I love it. I cannot be more excited. Again, Devon V, thank you so much for that super chat. $2. Money started the coronavirus. I'll answer you, Devon B. There's a theory here. There's a theory, just a theory, that China, Democrats, a lot of people that have a bone to pick with the USA, that they had. Again, just a theory, and I'm not saying I believe it or disbelieve in it, and I don't really believe in anything until it's proven. That, and again, when Fauci last year was calling Trump like conspiracy theorist, when Trump says, I think this was made in a lab. I don't think it's naturally occurring. And Fauci just like tried to rip Donald Trump's head off. No. And then this year, like a week ago, Fauci says, like, I'm not 100% convinced that this wasn't made in a lab. Are you heckin' kidding me? Like, get the fudge out of here. Get the fudge out of here. Like, heck you and the horse you rode in on. In fact, give me the horse. You don't deserve a horse. And there's this theory that it was created and released to try to get Donald Trump out of office. Now, do I actually believe that? Unless you give me some evidence, no. But I would say there's probably a greater than 0% chance. Like, I'm not going to rule anything out because I don't know. But in that same breath, again, politics is a dirty game. And you've had people, I forget which congresswoman it was, a Democrat congresswoman says, like, hey, listen, and it was just a tweet saying we need to make sure this economy stays shut down. What does it matter if a couple of businesses shut down as long as we get Donald Trump out of office? And I was like, how are you thinking like that? Why are you trying to sink the ship just to get the captain? Like that, there's women and children and people that are affected by that. And you're saying like, yeah, it doesn't matter how many businesses close down as long as we get Donald Trump out. No, that I don't care what you think of the man, was a good or bad president. Like, you don't wish ill on business owners and people, and that's horrible. So Devon B, I hope that answers your question a little bit in the fact that it is possible. Yes. Moving on to the $10 super chat from Raythack saying, Shane Isaac, first premium. Okay, you have Shane Isaac, then you have Tech Ops, you have Thomas, all current cubes. Who are the cubes? I was put that as one. Then you have Mitch Pym, Early Bird, Nathaniel, British Guy Dorkslayer to name a few, and soon the real dude. That is amazing. The real Randy Chavez. I'm gonna try to sway Ari Realty to you can get his as well if you don't have them already. That's fantastic, right? That you're the man. You just oh my god. I am heckin' jealous. So Vittori says, great idea. Dashy has a religion. Yeah, like I said, I'll if the people want it, they can do it. They've wanted statues of me. They've actually excluded statues of me. They've also said they wanted statues when I had the big beard, of my beard to lead them into gloriousness. So I don't know if that's still a thing. How I Made says, it's always about the monies. Just follow it. It's a scamdemic. Well, there was definitely a large transfer of wealth. Yeah. And you definitely have people that shorted travel stocks. You definitely have people that shorted American Airlines. You definitely have people that shorted hotels, cruise lines, businesses that probably made tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. I guarantee you that happened. I guarantee you, as soon as that happened, they made that announcement. Well, they made the announcement on a Sunday. So there's definitely some people in government that had told a couple of other people, hey, we're going to actually close down, a couple weeks for a pandemic. And there's definitely people that shorted those stocks because they were going to have a really bad first and second quarter because of the pandemic. And there's people that made a fortune. There's people that made a bloody fortune, I guarantee you. And I'm not even talking about people that thrive. Let's say like Zoom, which thrived. Purell, Lysol, thrive. Febreze, I'm not going to show it because they're going to demonetize me. Thrived. There's people that definitely shorted companies and made a lot of money. John Doe says, when your voice gets tired, you could start using a text-to-speech bot. Ooh, that's a good idea. I'm going to wait till I get a computer for that. But yeah, it's a very good idea. Bosco's TV says, have you ever thought of becoming a priest? Priests earn a lot of money, Father Randy. Well, I've actually thought about something in the preacher, but it wouldn't. I definitely could do it because I could make. I guarantee you, I could make a story right now. I could just make one up, saying like, and I'll use Dashy as an example. I'll be like, okay, well, everyone, I just no one's gonna. It'll be more believable if I just say God. It's like, so on my way home, very normal way home, what I do every single night, what I happened to feel in my presence, like I was getting hot, the AC in my car don't work, but it's okay because I have faith. I was like, oh, what I would do for a soft rain right now. I did what I could. I rolled down the windows, put my arm out the window, and even the forecast said it was going to be dry for days. No precipitation until next week. I lay my arm out the window, and what do I find? A soft rain coming down. The Lord had answered my prayer. I didn't even ask for it. It's just because I had faith. If you have faith, the same things will happen to you. I could literally make up anything and just go on, and I could do that for now. I could write a script in a couple of hours each week, and that's what I would do. I would just study the Bible, and I could do that, but I don't want to. That's not who I am. If I do get a big following, it has to be as a for the here and the now, like a Jedi. Yes, be mindful of the future, but also focus on the here and now. What we can do with animals, what we can do. That's what I was put on Earth for. Could I use that influence, and could I use that thing for other things? Sure, but I want to use it specifically for animals. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it should be humans because animals are animals and humans are humans. But I can't. So many other people working on and for humans. Got to be something for animals. But Voxco's TV. If you were listening, I hope that gave you a little bit of insight. Again, acting. How I Made says, I don't says something. Random date inside job as well. I'm just gonna address that real quick. How I Made. Basically, I thought the same exact thing up until I joined the military and realized that the government, they're just people and they're idiots. And most likely that was not, most likely, again, and this is my real train of thought, coming from a super 2007 Alex Jones conspiracy theorist, is that FBI, CIA, and everyone else, they get tips every single day. Most of it is just noise that things are going to happen. And they have to try to decipher what's real, what's not real. And they had probably gotten a warning about that. And probably, oh, yeah, we get these, 8 times a week. I heard this 6 times already today. And they probably just ignored it just because it was one of those things. Or, again, if they had 18 or 28 pages declassified in 2016. I remember I was in Kuwait when it came out, where where Saudi Arabia had a flight school where a lot of these hijackers came from. They came from this one specific flight school in Saudi Arabia, and the government knew this, and they continued to sell weapons, continued to have deals going with Saudi Arabia, and that's where the hijackers came from. And it's like, what the fudge? But to say that it was like, I don't believe that it was a full scale inside job, just because I don't believe that much of the government is smart enough for that. Again, they're just people. And people are pretty dumb. And again, you see what people do. You've seen these congressmen, politicians try to talk and try to question Mark Zuckerberg. They're idiots. They're buffoons. No. I refuse to believe that those same groups of people were responsible for the greatest tragedies in America. I refuse to believe that. Megatron, you heard, says meow, meow, meow. But again, I definitely understand the you have my sympathies, How I Made. I understand that. John Doe says, Alex Jones is known for breaking into Bohemian Grove before the memes. Yeah, that's the other thing. So to How I Made's credit, a lot of things that Alex Jones was talking about 20 plus years ago being true today. Epstein didn't kill himself. There's so many things that went on that just, it's fathom. I just get flabbergasted that he's right about so many things. Like, he's like the in-person Earth One version of The Simpsons. Like, man, what else is he right about? Yeah, it's insane. Todali Awesome said, if you could have any sponsored for life, what will yours be? Mine will be fast food and give it to the homeless. Oh, that's very good. Probably, well, not Nestle. Nestle's evil, because Nestle thinks like, oh, everyone should pay for water. Get the fudge out of here. Water is just a natural right. And in fact, that some governments say that, hey, you can't collect rainwater, get the fudge out of here. Screw you guys. But so I think it would have to be a water company. And then just take it. I'll get the free water and I'll take it and I'll transport it somewhere else. But so much of the world does not have clean water. Water is like one of the most essential items for life, at least for carbon-based life forms like ourselves or aliens. But honestly, if there are aliens, probably going to be carbon-based life forms as well. That's the most abundant. Carbon is the most abundant resource in the universe element. I think the top 5 are helium, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen, and the only thing on those top 5 most abundant things in the universe that, like, helium is just chemically inert to us, so we don't need that. So I don't think another alien race would be based off of helium. It would probably be carbon, but it probably could be out of one of those 5. It has to, because it's the most abundant things in the universe. Carbon is like the building block for life. It's incredible. So yeah, probably water. Totally awesome. Magatron, you heard, says, let's buy the Bohemian Grove in E2 and perform weirdo rituals. I guess having a giant wooden thing of dashi to burn as a sacrifice to dashi. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of like Burning Man, I guess. I don't even know where Bohemian Grove is, but yeah, we could try it. We could try it if y'all want. How I May says, I'm a fan of AJ. I have an InfoWars t-shirt over there from like back in the day. Again, I just happen to carry it everywhere where I go because when I move, I don't have a lot of stuff. So I have things from like 10, 12 years ago. Yeah, Raythax, that $10 super chat saying he's got all of these trading cards rating from Shane Isaac, First Premium, Tech Ops, Thomas, all current cubes, Mitch Pym, Early Bird, Nathaniel, British Guy Dorkslayer, to name a few, and soon he's going to have the first NFT of mine. You know, that card. That's going to be great. Raythax definitely has earned it by being a very lovely supporter with all those super chats and just being just a bro in general. The biggest Patreon member as well. Crystal Stroud says, I love the text-to-speech bot idea. That would be so... Can I get the one that makes me sound like Stephen Hawking? I was... The other day, it was like 2 weeks ago, I was coming back from a friend's house with my girlfriend, and she was just doing a snooze in the passenger seat. She was like... she's so cute. She's so adorable. I love her so much. And when she was doing a snooze, I put on one of those things from Reddit that says like, when was the time that malicious compliance occurred? And it was a YouTube video. It's like, this one time at work, a boss was being an a-hole and I told him to F off, something like that. And in the middle of one of those stories, like a half-hour long video, Danielle wakes up. She's like, is there a robot driving us? I was like, what? She's like, why is a robot talking? I was like, it's a video. It's like a text. It's not a robot. And she was so disoriented and so confused. It was so cute. But yes, I would a text-to-speech bot at some point would be good. I could definitely do that. John Doe says, you can make up stories. The beliefs is in Dashi, and people will follow a meme. Do it. Maybe I should do it. Because I'm not going to be putting out a collection plate for Dashi. Although, actually, what I could do is for the Church of Dashi. I have a sermon every Sunday or whatever, and all the money I collect at that sermon, if people want to, I could just donate it to Best Friends Animal Society or ASPCA, wherever, and just give, even just local shelters, so they have foods, they have blankets, or beds. Beds are great for dogs. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I should do that. That's good. That's a good call, John Doe. Thank you. How I Made says COVID-19 is man-made. There's a patent for it. Actually, if not in Febreze, in Lysol though, Lysol from like years ago, that actually has coronavirus on one of the things that it counteracts. So this is obviously a different form of coronavirus than what we had in the past, because coronavirus was a thing in the past that Lysol fights against. And so I think that's why they call this CoV SARS-2 or whatever. I don't know the technical name for it. I'm not one of those brainiac people. It's COVID. I love that meme where, hang on guys, I'll actually show you again. It's a picture of Kramer, and Kramer is coming in and he's just like, he calls it the Rona, and he's got like a whole cane. This cane is actually from Harry Potter World. It is Lucius Malfoy's wand. Haha. I had the cane over there, and I was like, okay, well, since I'm mentioning the Kramer meme that says the Rona, I can't do his face. I can't do his voice. John Doe says, you should marry people at least in Earth 2. You need to make a whole religion, but a story from Father Chavez as he blesses the virtual marriage could be great. I had to screenshot a couple of these because they are fantastic. All right, I'm going to have to screenshot. I'm sorry, my face is so ugly. I'm going to, and okay. Screenshot that. Actually, I'm going to screenshot it again where my face is not in the photo. Yeah, there we go. Oh God, falling. All right. James Wood says, well, if you actually think the government is in charge, then yes, it couldn't have been an inside job, but are they truly in charge? Honestly, I think it's much simpler. I think it's just, okay, you got these companies that come in and what was the cost to buy a congressman? $20,000, $50,000 to just go in and say like, hey, vote like this. I want you to vote on this. Introduce this bill, whatever. It probably doesn't actually cost that much to do it. I think any multi-millionaire or business owner can do it. There we go. Lucius Malfoy's cane in the background. I don't know what he calls his cane or his wand. John Prince says, hi all, just woke up. Oh, good morning, John Prince. How's it going? Where's Alex? Alex is usually here by now, and Alex is usually, maybe not yet. John Prince says, I saw a map/meme the other day talking about coffee and tea as a potential resource. Why? Maybe we can feed our workers coffee and something else that I'm not going to say to make them build faster. All right, so we don't need our workers riding that white horse. That would be great, though. If anyone's seen The Big Bang Theory, where they have Sheldon, what do you call it? Sheldon takes coffee, and it's like he's on something else, and it's like zooms. He dresses up in his Flash outfit. It's really great. John Doe says, in the Bohemian Grove has the giant owl that talks to everyone. We could have a giant Dashie that talks to us. Well, we are going to make that, as per Wraithax and our NFTs, we are going to probably have Dashie as an NPC or as an NFT, definitely as an NFT, and then just something else. So making a religion, yeah, that's actually, I want to scroll back to that. I have to screenshot that as well, because that's hysterical and fun. Bohemian Grove, sponsored live. Okay, Oh, did I go too far? Thought of becoming a priest, Father Randy. All right, that's gonna be one too. Father Randy is my name. I don't know what you all want to call me. And then we have Wraithax. Another one says, Wraithax and girlfriend say, good night, Dashie. Oh, goodbye, Wraithax. Thank you so much and actually, before you leave, Wraithax, I'm going to give you a song. Part of me won't agree, cause I don't know if it's for sure. Suddenly, I don't feel so insecure. I forget the rest of the song. So I know you're a punk rock guy. So yeah, that's my hour and a half Patreon member shout out. Shout out to Wraithax for giving me a lot of heckin' money today. And we'll message each other about you getting my NFT card, and I'll get Aria Realties on to use. Tell your girlfriend to say, hey, we should double date one day. Yeah. Kane is photobombing. Heck yes, the Kane is photobombing. I want the Kane to photobomb. That is cool. This could be Dashie's sidekick. Is the Lucius Malfoy Kane? I don't. It's got emerald eyes. So yeah, I want that to be a thing too. If you would have it as well. I don't know if you would or not. So the Father Rand. Yeah. So. Yeah, all right. I think I would actually like to get ordained as a minister or what have you, or anything. I don't know how to go in and marry people. I imagine it's something along those lines. I think a rabbi could do it. A captain of a ship can do it. I have to go back into the Navy and actually be a captain. And captain in the Navy is equivalent to like a colonel in the Air Force. It's weird how they do that. I don't know why. I'm not 100% sure why they do that. Frisco Pancho Big says, how will it be possible to know if E2 shadow open a new country? I mean, I'm not watching every country all day. Honestly, it's just going to take a network of people. I might have to go to Discord with that, or I might have to come here with that and just say like, hey, comment down below with what countries you want to go and watch. I'll watch Antarctica and Brazil every hour on every day, minus when I'm sleeping. And I'll check them every hour. And if other people want to do that for their countries that they have stuff in, whether it's South Africa, whether it's Niger, whether it's Albania or Algeria, Peru, yeah, that's a lot of countries. Just if we want to have a network and just do a couple countries, yeah. John Doe says, all I can say about the wand is that it's made out of dragon heartstring. Ooh, John Doe. My friend Patty is one of the Harry Potter connoisseurs. Like, I remember we were talking about something, and I was like, oh yeah, Moaning Myrtle. Like, she was supposed to have. We were talking about it. I was like, yeah, I was trying to tell someone else about it. Like, yeah, she supposedly died 30 years ago, and she doesn't say the amount of years ago. She says the exact date when Moaning Myrtle died. Like, the exact year was 1956 or something, because Harry Potter was supposed to take place in the 90s. So when she said that, I was like, oh my God, she knew all of that. She knew everything about Salazar Slytherin, and she knew the spell for fire. I don't know what it is. I know the Protego is just like to protect yourself. I know the bad spells. Sectum Sempra, Expecto Patron. I don't know if that would work with this. Expecto Patronum would work with this. Patronus Charm. John Doe says, all I can say about the wand is that it's all made out of dragon heart. Oh, yes, yes. John Prince says, seems like the U.S. would be a very good choice to test because it has really diverse resources compared to a lot of the planet and a lot of the tiles. So that's a very good point. U.S. has pretty much all climates from Alaska in like the Russia ranges, Hawaii, tropical, New York, city just being made of stone. But Manhattan is an island and it's surrounded by water. And that was another thing on 9/11. Manhattan's an island, and most New Yorkers have never been in the water before. Most New Yorkers don't. Water's an afterthought. Water is not on the minds of most New Yorkers. But when you're on an island and the bridges and tunnels are closed, the only way to get on and off the island is by boat. Yeah, that was a huge thing. Definitely watch Boat Lift. It's like a quick documentary narrated by Tom Hanks. It's on YouTube. It's just about how they transported like several 100,000 people off of Manhattan just by boat. It was really, really cool to watch. Yeah. So U.S. has a bunch of things. They have tropical things like Florida, Texas, Nevada desert. God, I wonder who has Area 51 to be able to make, like, I want to recreate that. And whoever has the coordinates for the Josh fight, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, it's when all Josh's, like 8,000 of them showed up and they had like pool noodles and they were fighting with each other. Those would be really cool. That would be really fun as well. Hey, here's a pool noodle. Here's a pillow as your shield. Pool noodle as your weapon. Go and fight. That would be awesome. That would be great. I would love that 100%. So, Devin Ellie, you have Area 51. I'm not going to say clap them alien cheeks, but I am going to say, yeah, I'm trying to make an escape room. Raythax had that amazing idea of the escape room with, what do you call it, where Bin Laden was killed. And now my voice is going down, so I gotta cut it here. John Doe says you should challenge all Randys in Earth 2 to a fight. Maybe I should. I said, what's up with the resources? All right, so the resources are right now seven resources that are going to be rolled out in phase 2. We don't know when, but we know that those 7 are going to be rolled out, and Antarctica might produce one thing, an island might produce another, desert might produce another, but there are 7 of them. And if you happen to have a tile that does not produce those resources, or it doesn't produce any resource, keep that tile because that's a resource that is yet to come. That's something that everyone is going to want. So right now, I think they're just giving us the basic building blocks for what we might need. Yeah. Devin Elliott says, you're awesome. I love you, bro. I own near your mega city. Thank you, Devin Elliott. That really does mean a lot. I do. Yeah, like I love you guys. Whether it's you're here and I just see you every day, whether you're in my Patreon, whether you comment on, again, commenting, liking, and subscribing is really good. It helps grow the channel. It helps me continue to do what I do. And my Patreon members feed me. Raythax definitely feeds me. And I try to sing. We try to have a good time. Also, part of me, and I was saying this the other day, part of me doesn't want the channel to get to 100,000 subscribers or 50, maybe 10. But I just, because then it won't be like this. It won't just be 20 or 30, people at the end of the stream. At some points, yeah, I'll have 50 or 60 people in the stream, but it won't be what are the prizes for the egg hunt today? I didn't even know there was an egg hunt, says Pacalypse. And the people that put it there, they haven't had an official announcement saying that there would, what they would do as far as give NFTs. Last time it was like $50 and you get the NFT egg. This time I'm not sure. But yeah, if let's say I get to 10,000 subscribers and suddenly I have 150 people in the chat and they're all like, I can't get to every comment at that point. It's not going to be as intimate. But I think that the real ones that have been here for a while will follow me into the Earth 2, into the actual virtual reality, go in there, hang out in there, just have a separate chat room for like the OGs, maybe. I don't know. But my voice is killing me. I've been streaming for a little over an hour and a half, so I do got to bounce. But I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. And the snake that's made of heartstring. Six Pacalypse, I love you. Definitely. Everyone else, everyone here. I don't belong here, gotta move on, dear. Escape from this afterlife, 'cause it's time that I move on and on, far away from here. Got nothing against you, but surely I'll miss you. I love you guys. I will talk to you all later. See you tomorrow morning, 10:15, in a few hours. Oh, goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. My throat. Meow.